Okay, so what I'm going to do with this video is it's going to be called buy, sell, or hold. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through every single first round draft pick from the draft last year in 2020 and talk about how I feel about them now. Would I buy their stock? Would I sell their stock? Or would I hold on to their stock? And I'm treating it like it's a real stock. So it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to buy the best guys and sell the worst guys. It's more about buying the players who I think are on an upward trajectory and will be even better in 3 years than they are now. And I'm selling the guys that I think that they're on a downward trajectory and it's just worth getting rid of, and hold the ones that maybe I'm not sure or think they'll stay around this area. So yeah, that's how I'm going to do this. And without further ado, we'll just start at number 1 with Joe Burrow. So Joe Burrow, I'm buying his stock. I think Joe Burrow is actually amazingly underrated despite getting picked first overall and having a really good rookie season. I think the sky is the limit with him. I really think Burrow is great. I'm going to buy the stock because I think it's only going to go up from here, even though it's probably pretty high right now. So easy buy for me. For Chase Young, I'm going to hold on to the stock. Some people are going to say, why wouldn't you buy more or why wouldn't you sell it? I think that really it feels like he's the kind of guy where I just don't know. He had some really promising moments. He also, I think he is overrated. I think that's not even a controversial opinion to say he's overrated. Like, he's good. He's had a solid rookie season, but he's, his potential is what's fantastic, not necessarily what he is right now. So it would be, it's a bit of a risk to put a bunch of money in him, but I do think holding the Chase Young stock is the right move here. I definitely wouldn't sell because I could easily see this being, a stock that shoots way up in the future. So hold makes sense for me here. Number 3, I'm buying Jeff Okudah stock. And again, keep in mind, this isn't necessarily me saying that I think that Jeff Okudah is a great player. It's more so I think that, the stock is so low right now, it's got nowhere to go but up. It could crash and burn. He could be out of the league in a couple years, but I think he's going to figure it out and at least be a decent corner. And then, the stock would go up at that point. So that's why I'm going to buy right here. Number 4, it's really the same idea with Andrew Thomas. I think that, he had a rough start to the year, but much like Okudah, who both had rough starts to the year, picked it up as it went on. So I think that buying some Andrew Thomas stock, and I think that he's going to, again, he'll be a tackle in this league. I don't think that he's going to be a complete bust. So I think that this is a good time. Buy now when everyone's low on him, so that way you can make some money later. Number 5, Tua. I am selling Tua stock. Now, this might be a surprise. I know people are going to say, wow, way to give up on him. I'm not giving up on him. I just feel like there's a better chance that right now at this point that it doesn't work out than it does. I think that it's close. I could really see it going either way. I almost held, but I made myself sell like at least enough. And he was kind of one of the ones that I first had at hold, but then moved to sell because it's kind of a cop out. If you don't sell anybody's stock, you have to sell some stock. So I'm going to sell it here. And again, I think there is a chance it works out, but I just feel like there's a very solid chance that his stock never gets higher than it is right now. I hope to be wrong because, I don't care really, but, hopefully it works out for Dolphins fans at least. And moving on. Number 6, the LA Chargers, Justin Herbert. This is the hold for me. This is not a buy just because I think his stock is high right now. And I think that there is a bit of that, Baker Mayfield syndrome of when Baker had his first season and you saw, everyone completely ignored his faults because his pros were so good, which I do understand to some degree. But at the same time, I would have a hard time. I feel like we could see a dip here and then maybe it'll go back up. I could see that happening. And so I'll buy the dip when that happens. Right now, though, I am holding the Herbert stock. Number 7, Derrick Brown. I'm buying Derrick Brown stock. Listen, a defensive tackle, when they go into their second year, they typically see a huge jump. Brown definitely showed some flashes last year for Carolina. I think buy the stock now because it's never gonna be this low. I think it's gonna go up from here. So yeah. Number 8, Isaiah Simmons. This is very similar to me with the Okudah and Andrew Thomas. I'm buying his stock because he had some bad games early and is on an upward trajectory. And again, I think his stock is never going to be lower than it is now. I think that he is going to really develop into a good linebacker or just a good player in general for Arizona. I say buy. Number 9, Jacksonville, CJ Henderson. It's a very similar thing for me as well. I'm buying this stock because cornerback, it's a tough position to play, and he showed some absolute flashes. I think he's going to only get better. So I think that you have this stock you buy more of it because it's something that could get better in the future. Number 10, Jedrick Wills, the rookie for Cleveland, to tackle. He had a really good season. I'm going to hold on to his stock. I don't know how much higher it can go. And I guess the one concern is maybe we could see the kind of situation where, it's a good offensive line. Maybe if he ever is with a bad offensive line, he doesn't look as good. I doubt it. I think he'll be good. But, I think holding is good. It's hard to imagine his stock getting that much higher. So I wouldn't really feel comfortable buying here. Number 11, the New York Jets tackle Mekhi Becton. I am buying here because I think people are really going to realize how good he is if they finally get some help around him. He's kind of just stuck doing his own thing, but he had a really good rookie season last year. He was very good. And so I would buy more of it because I think that it's his stock's going to get higher. I think that people are going to start to notice him more once there's actual talent on that football team. Number 12, Henry Ruggs. I'm holding it. Listen, he definitely had some really good moments, I thought. He also, but his good moments were sort of these splash plays, and I think that kind of makes him look a little bit better than he actually was last year. There were times when he wasn't getting open, and I think that it's good that he has the splash plays. He just needs to become a bit more of a complete receiver. I think he can do that, but until he does, I wouldn't really feel comfortable buying more into him. But I'll hold his stock because I think that there's it's valuable. Number 13, Tristan Wirfs. Fantastic tackle for Tampa Bay. Buy. Get as much stock from him as you can. It's going to the moon. I think that Tristan Wirfs he's just an incredible tackle, and he has a chance to be. I mean, honestly, his ceiling right now is Hall of Fame. That's how good of a rookie season he had. I've never seen a rookie tackle have this kind of season, and it's only going to get better. So I guess it could go down. This could be buying high for sure, but I think it's buying high and then selling higher would be the move with Tristan Wirfs. So I say buy. Javon Kinlaw, I'm going to hold right here. Again, I think it would be crazy to sell stock from a defensive lineman after just one season because I think that the second year jump is going to be a thing. I think that he definitely showed flashes for San Francisco, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do in year 2. Number 15, wide receiver Jeudy. I'm buying Jeudy stock. I think that he had a bit of a drops problem. A bit is kind of putting it lightly. He had a major drops problem, but at the same time, that is something you can fix. We've seen receivers have a bit of a drops problem and fix that. I think he will. And I think that his ability to get separation and some of the stuff he was able to do was just incredible. So I'd say buy. I think he's going to really turn into I still think he's going to be a number 1 receiver, even if his first season wasn't exactly spectacular. Number 16, AJ Terrell. I'm buying. Listen, he had an up and down rookie season, but he did so much well, and playing a position that's so hard to have success in as a rookie with cornerback, and for him to still be able to have some success, I think was really impressive. I think easy buy right here. Number 17, we got CeeDee Lamb. I'm holding. I think that he had a really good season, and so I think that people are sort of paying more attention to him. I just don't know how much more. I don't know how much higher it could go. This is another one where I could see it kind of dipping and then going back up. So this is the hold for me. Number 18, Austin Jackson. I'm selling. I mean, I didn't really see much from him. It felt like a reach at the time. It feels like a reach now. It's just to me, this is just an easy sell because again, maybe you buy low here. You hope that he gets better, but I don't even mess around with, I'm not going to, if you become great. But right now I'm not concerned. Damon Arnette, kind of the same thing. Again, I do feel like there's a chance with proper coaching, it could get fixed, but I'm just not going to sit around and wait for that to happen. If I see that he starts getting fixed, then I'll buy the stock again. But right now I'm selling because I feel like there's a better chance that it crashes and burns than it doesn't right now. I just do. Number 20, K'Lavon Chaisson. Really same thing. I mean, he's someone who we knew he was a project, but he didn't even have the splash plays that we were hoping for. So it's like, sometimes you get a project and they at least show flashes, and that's what you want to see. You don't expect them to be a great player right away, but he didn't even really have the flashes. I didn't think so. And again, he definitely looked like a project on the other plays. So this is the sell, and hopefully I'm wrong. Jalen Reagor for Philadelphia, 21, another sell. Listen, and I'm not saying that he's going to be horrible, but it's just kind of like Like I have nothing to do with you. You don't matter to me right now. And until you do, I'm going to sell your stock. Number 22, Justin Jefferson. This is a hold for me. Again, he was similar to CeeDee Lamb. He was so good his rookie season. I do feel like we could see a drop off a bit. We could see him, only get 1,200 yards next year, and everyone says, oh, maybe he isn't that good. He's really good. He's going to be a consistent 1,000-yard guy. I fully believe that. But it seems like his stock is at a very high point right now. It's at maybe a bubble. Maybe I'll buy into it once it dips. Number 23, Kenneth Murray. I am selling here. And you notice I'm selling a lot of these, guys who maybe they could be good. And kind of my logic behind this is like, and again, I'm treating it as though it's a real stock. So like if I had $100 on all of these stocks, well, maybe one of these guys is going to actually get better and, turn into a $150 or $200 stock. But just being a first round pick from a year ago, your stock's going to be pretty high still, even after a year, no matter how bad you were. And I think that, if I sell 10 of them, and even if 2 of them end up being great players, that's still me making money. So that's kind of the logic. Again, I'm treating it as though a real stock, not just saying, I'm not saying get rid of Kenneth Murray if you're the Chargers. I'm just saying if you have stock in an imaginary stock market with players, that's what I would do. Cesar Ruiz, again, he's another sell, kind of similar stuff to what I talked about last time. I needed to see more. I haven't seen more. Number 25, Brandon Ayuk. I mean, this is an easy buy for me. He's kind of the NFL's best kept secret right now. He had a great rookie season. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can continue to do. Him and Deebo Samuel can be just electric in that Shanahan offense. And I'm looking forward to if Jimmy G is healthy, or if they, as of recording this video, Jimmy G is currently on the Niners. I don't know if there's been a trade since then. I'm going to release this in about a week probably, so who knows. But yeah, I do think that I think that he's a really good player, and he's only going to get better, especially once people notice him. They'll see how good he is. Number 26, Jordan Love. You got to hold, right? I mean, how can you really justify anything else? We haven't seen anything from him, so he's just a hold. 27, Seattle, Jordan Brooks. I'm buying more. Listen, I thought that he had a good rookie season, and the sky is the limit. I think he can get better. I do think linebacker is another position that it's not the most difficult position to play as a rookie, but it is a pretty difficult position, and you do expect guys to get better. So having a good rookie season, I think he can continue to improve. I think he'll be better, and people will start to notice him more. And I think that, he didn't necessarily have the biggest attention when he was drafted, so maybe people didn't fully realize how good he is. But I think they will eventually, especially playing next to Bobby Wagner. That helps. 28, Patrick Queen. I'm holding here. And listen, he could have been one of those sell candidates earlier, but I think I've seen enough. He was so good in college, and I still feel like there is some of that in this player. He did have his coverage issues. He had his issues just in general, but he also had some splash plays. He did have a couple flashes. So I'm going to hold right here. I'm not comfortable selling it just yet, especially because I think there still is a chance he could be there's a chance he could be a Hall of Fame linebacker. Like, that's possible. But I think even more realistically, he could easily turn it into a Pro Bowl level season, I think. Number 29, Isaiah Wilson. I'm selling. I'm not sure if you can even sell this stock at this point. It's at $0 probably. Easy sell here. Number 30, the Miami corner, Noah. I am also selling here. Again, just a similar idea. I got to see more. He was struggling to get playing time. It's tough. And number 31, Jeff Gladney. I wasn't a fan of him coming out of the draft. He was a sell for me then. He's a sell for me now. I also think that, speaking of struggling to get playing time, Gladney couldn't get playing time on a bad defense. I mean, get rid of him. I think that, again, someone will probably buy the stock from you, given that it's a first round pick from last year, but not a great one. And finally, 32, CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I'm holding his stock again. I thought that he looked good when we saw him. The Chiefs didn't run the ball enough to really get to know exactly how good he was going to be. But still, this feels like a comfortable hold for me. I'm not willing to buy because, again, I don't know if the issues are going to be fixed. He's still going to play for the Chiefs next year. They're still going to want to throw the ball more next year. So unless they do a dramatic shift, he'll probably stay around the same, but there is that upside of it going well. So kind of a clear-cut hold for me, I think, there for 32. So yeah, that's my buy, sell, or hold for every first-round pick last year. Now is where you come in. You go into the comment section and you yell at me, telling me what I did wrong, as you love to do. I'm sure of it. But, you know, listen, it's all for fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, of course, as always, thanks for watching.